Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, where last time we made it to the Abbey of the Fallen Moon, and we explored outside and a little bit of the inside, but we have finished exploring outside, so now we're going to go back inside and explore what we can explore, what areas are available to us, before we go and talk to the High Abbot and see what the hell is going on with that eyeless army, and see if we can't stop it from, destroying everything that we hold dear. Which would be nice. I don't want everything that I hold dear to be destroyed. Now we do know that we can't go down the stairs inside. That part is seemingly restricted. And also likely where we're going to find the dirty secrets of this abbey. Not very much of a secret anymore, though, I have to say. I mean, they're summoning an eyeless army to destroy the battery, and I'm guessing anybody who has the ability to access the battery, aka us in Cadnua. I'm guessing they believe Andra wants the battery to be forgotten, or something like that. Is my guess, but we'll find out more as we explore. So let's go ahead. We know the abbot's not over here, so let's go check this area.
Even with your labors, your presence of mind never falters. I don't know how you do it.
Perhaps your thoughts would swim deeper if your tongue didn't come out for air so often, dear brother.
Damn. Shots fired. Shut your mouth. There's a lot of camping supplies in here, so as we, I guess this isn't really a take or anything. There's another way down. But it seems like you definitely could have.
My abbot imparted to me that I wasn't alone, that he has nightmares sometimes as well.
Truly?
Oh, it surprised me to hear it. He has such a peaceful manner.
He's got nightmares, huh? Okay, maybe we can use that to our advantage. Got a little mess hall here, it looks like.
I never knew. Did you hide in the White Marsh after that?
As far away as I could. The Dominels didn't care I was a gift bearer. Evidence is evidence.
Evidence is evidence. That's a good statement there. Some stew. I'll take the stew. Thanks, guys. Tide bearer or tidebringer needs some food. Take all of that.
You gotta see this.
Ooh, what was that? Take those. Are these their sleeping quarters? These are not comfortable looking sleeping quarters. Guys. Wait. Oh, there was nothing there. It was just a trapped box. Weird. More camping supplies. Alright, that looks like where the High Abbot's going to be, in that area, so we're not going to go in there yet. There were some stairs going up way over here. Let's go there. Actually, looks like that's another little hallway. So we probably would have been safe going down that hallway. Oh well, we'll go back. I'm assuming that this is eventually going to lead to violence, and the cool thing about exploring this place like this is we won't really need to fight a lot of these guys. We can just make a beeline to the underground, or here. This also looks important.
All right, then.
A long time ago that was. Saw the abbot holding the witness, and the veil of tears parted for him.
Veil of tears. Water flows upward from a thin slit that cuts along the tiles of the floor. The water swells and condenses when touched, forming an elastic barrier that resists any attempt to cross it. Interesting. That's a really cool barrier, actually. I like that. But yeah, we won't have to fight all those people in like the mess hall and stuff, because I'm guessing these guys aren't going to give experience because they're humanoids. Or humans, rather. Or kith, I guess is the proper term. Which don't tend to give us experience anymore because they're not part of the bestiary. Alright. Let's go explore that hallway real quick and then we'll go talk to the High Abbot. I suppose we could try to explore down below even more. It doesn't seem like to harm us getting caught down there. They just escort us back out. Now, I don't know if we have the ability to stealth through there. We could just send, like, the devil through there. So she's got good stealth. Maybe we'll try that. We could go check the downward stairs over there, too. Since that's, what do you call it? So that's where the High Abbot is, okay. At least I think that's where he'd be. Yeah, let's go check those stairs. And maybe we'll have the devil's stealth. She is our best stealther, right? It's between me or her. We have 4 stealth. And she has 8. Yes, she is the best stealther.
Hey.
We can see if we have like some stealth gear to put on her too. For this particular mission. Now everybody's going to have to go down here. So if there's people like right at the bottom here, it's not going to matter. But we know we could get there through the spider cave. We'd have to swing across the chasm again, which isn't a fun idea when you think about it. Like, if I were here, I would not want to do that. But it looks like we're going to be okay. All right. Stealth items. Why don't you have another ring? What the hell's wrong with you? Is this a stealth thing? Bonus range damage, Beast Hunter freeze proofed. Some good stuff in here that I need to go through all the stuff that's just collected in our own personal inventory at some point. Not right now, though. Let's see. I know we do have some... Unless you're already wearing the stealth one. No. You have a perception one, which is also good. But you do need a ring. Let's see what we got here. Deflection. Overseeing. Combusting wounds. Looks like those are the ones. Let's give you the deflection ring. Yeah, that'll be good for you. You also don't have a helmet. We could give you the the diving helmet. Lowers your perception, though. I don't know about that. Stealthy. 2 stealth. Okay, that's gonna be good for you. Good. And aura of stealth. Friendly aura, +1 stealth to everybody. Okay, that's not bad. I thought there was one that just like straight up gave stealth though. Maybe I took it off and put it on somebody else. That should be good enough though, right? That puts her stealth up to 10. We're not going to get much better than that with what we have. So go ahead, just you.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to get very far. At least on this path, because those guys are going to spot me, right? Damn. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to stealth our way through stuff. That's okay. Do we know where the big stairs lead? I actually don't know if we do.
Hey.
Yeah, let's keep going. All right, well, let's go talk to the High Abbot. I think it's time. What do we got here? What's going on? Hireling payday. All right. And this guy's leaving in 4 days, and that's all we got to worry about. Cool. Also, we need some more hirelings. Some shock mages. And, we're not a disciple of Bareth, but some clerics would be nice. Okay. Save it. Let's do this.
Smells fresh. That can't be the salt well.
This place looks really cool. I like it. Hello? Gift bearer Baska. The gift bearer holds in her hand a gem the size of a fist. She draws a curved line in the air above it, over it, then tosses it into the water. As the gem hits the water, it disappears from sight, as though it had dissolved. Greetings. The gift bearer ignores you. She stares at the surface of the pool. What happened to that gem? What gem? Never mind. Yeah, we're supposed to forget it, right? I don't want to give ourselves away. We are the tide bearer. Bringer, whatever. A thin film of iridescent dust floats on the calm surface of the water, obscuring its depths. I didn't even see this big crystal here. That's cool.
He seemed preoccupied.
I expect I would be too in his position.
Okay, so the High Abbot is preoccupied. Good to know. Yeah, I feel like if we had been like, hey, I remember the gem, I'm not dumb, and she'd be like, you're not the Tidebringer. Get out of here. Hall of the Tidal Wave, 150 experience. Hello, High Abbot Kauto. Where the other Ondrites in the Abbey are clad in drab, functional garments, this Amua seems dressed for an occasion. His robe is bright and glossy. His neck and arms are bedecked with jewelry. The symbols of his goddess are crowded into every available space.
Good. The Conclave has elected a Tidebringer after all. I had begun to worry.
He looks back up, noticing your company, and nods.
And they took my advice in providing you an escort. Very good. I am sorry I could not make your journey easier.
Yes, of course. These are my escorts. Escorts, you can leave now. I am safe.
I am Kauto, the High Abbot.
He bows. I came as soon as I could. Now that I'm here, what is it you wish of me? I think you may have confused me for someone else. Yeah, what? I'm not the Tidebringer. Yeah. I came as soon as I could.
And just in time. The May Queen's tide is nearly past its peak. Much longer, and we'd have had to wait another year. The rules of the Rising are quite clear on that, unfortunately. When you are ready, we will begin with the recitation.
The Conclave mentioned something about a reliquary. About the recitation. How are you so certain I am the Tidebringer? How did you become the High Abbot? How did you become the High Abbot?
I was elected by the Conclave, as you were. But you already knew that much. It was unexpected. There were others more accomplished. I was merely a scholar.
A scholar, you say? And so not a fighter.
But they each had their faiths called into question. And no one could find cause to doubt mine.
He smiles proudly, exposing for the first time yellowed, worn teeth. He seems conscious of your gaze and quickly hides them again.
It was such an honor to become one of Andra's most trusted servants. It was hardly a choice at all.
How are you so certain I am the Tidebringer?
If you were not, you would be the first person to stumble across this place in all my years here. Andra protects us in this place. The faithful who stand guard here do it in her honor, not because we are vulnerable.
He looks at you sidelong.
You are our Tidebringer, aren't you?
Of course. Why else would I have come to this place? In truth, I came here to enter your reliquary and call off the eyeless. Of course.
Andra, forgive me for saying so, but the reasons are difficult to fathom. The land here can be cruel indeed.
About the recitation.
You seem nervous. The Conclave chose you for a reason. For a devout follower of Andra, the answers will flow naturally to you. I remember my own rising. The Conclave sent me on the same exhausting journey. When it came time for the recitation, I could not remember a word. But it all came back in time. Our goddess smiles upon the forgetful.
He taps a large golden ring with the wave insignia as though it were proof.
Our library is open to you, as are the grounds outside. There is a beautiful mural out there that you should see, if you haven't.
It is a very beautiful mural.
And you may, of course, speak with the gift bearers here, if it helps your recollection. Take your time, and examine these things before your recitation.
What if I fail?
Do not be afraid to fail. A lapse here or there is to be expected. But do take care in your work. Even my patience has limits.
He looks you in the eye, his face stern. The Conclave mentioned something about a reliquary?
Yes, of course. I would not pass my station to you without passing that knowledge as well. It is the Abbey's most sacred chamber. When the rising is complete, I will take you there myself. In fact, the ritual demands it.
Okay, farewell. Okay, so we need to find knowledge. I wish I had saved all the books to read. It's unfortunate. But I can talk to the gift bringers. And apparently they should be expecting me to not know everything. So I can ask presumably strange questions to them. Like, what's going on? So let's start with you. Let's save it just in case that's not the case. What happened to that gem? The gem you tossed into the pool. I remember no gem. You tossed it in. How could you have forgotten? Are you insane? You had a huge gem and you threw it into the water and now it's gone. How could you have forgotten? This pool is blessed by Andra, Tidebringer. That does it. Enough with your cryptic nonsense. I don't understand. The gift bearer smiles placidly. All that belongs to Andra is forgotten, and all things forgotten belong to Andra. She stares into the pool, entranced. Okay, so all things that are forgotten belong to Andra, and all things that Andra has are forgotten, or something like that. They don't have to be the exact words, right? I hope not. Alright, let's look around.
If you say so.
Just gonna
That'll do.
take a peek in here. Oop. The abbot's quarters. Well, he's living pretty well for himself, ain't he? I guess. Actually, he's kind of Spartan. What's he got in here? Got some drugs? Yeah. Figures. Oh, Jesus.
Hold tight to your body, devil. Do not let go.
Jesus, what a trap.
Hey.
That's an awesome trap. Journal of the High Abbot. This volume appears to serve many functions. There are notes in it detailing schedules and routines at the Abbey. There are favorite passages from Andrite texts, annotated with personal insights. There are also descriptions of dreams. Many seem purely symbolic, but one entry is of interest. It had been long since I dreamt of my rising, yet now with another rising soon upon us, this is the 5th time in a week. Perhaps channeled here, I can put it to rest. I am walking through the halls of silence. I feel eyes on me from all sides, angry, vengeful eyes. I arrange the panels and curl my hands into the sign of the tide, the right as the wave. The right as the wave, the left tracing the crescent moon with my 2 outer fingers. Okay. Try to remember that sign. The right hand as the wave, and the left tracing the crescent moon with my 2 outer fingers. Okay. Radical, dude. Isn't that like, I don't know. I climb the steps and Andra's witness is installed there. The old aspergillum set to operate the valves. I use it like a lever. Or a lever. I don't know how. I think it's like, is it like the British way to pronounce it lever? And American lever? I don't know. And the water rises. There are angry shouts. And when I cover my ears, they are louder still. But the water continues upward, far past where it should. I climb as high as I can, but I feel it icy on my feet. Then it is over my head, and I cannot breathe. Suddenly, I am outside the reliquary, looking at the Veil of Tears. The witness is in my hand, and the veil parts for it. I step through. To the one place in the Abbey I feel protected. Only when I pass inside, I come out in total darkness. I call for help. I'm shouting, screaming for help. There is no answer. I stop. I sit there in the dark, waiting for what seems like ages. Then I realize I don't know who I am. Huh. Okay. Also got a book here. Selected correspondences of Giftbringer Aiden and the Moons of Aora. We will read these just because it feels like this might be useful to me. Sing, O ocean waves of Andra's sorrow, of her unrequited love for the unattainable moon. Sing of the ocean's sorrow, so that we may forget our own. Each day the tides reenact Andra's longing for the great moon. The waters reach out at high tide, yearning for the heavenly body. only to slump into low tide when the moon proves unattainable. You asked me once why I loved Andra so dearly, how I could go from a life on dry land to being a devotee to the goddess of the oceans. I sing of the ocean's sorrow, so that I may forget my own. It is Andra's message that speaks to my heart. I have devoted my life to helping others discard painful memories, for that is the gift Andra gave me. When I lost my young daughter, my wife and I were inconsolable until a gift bearer offered to take my toddler's toys and cast them into the deepest waters. Truth be told, I and the other gift bringers I know have never even spoken to Andra. She is largely silent, and when she does speak, she uses floods and tidal waves instead of words. But we sing of the ocean's sorrow, so that others may forget theirs. Andra's story, the story of desire unanswered, actually matters to people like you and me. Magran cannot steer you to victory over sadness. Halia cannot force joy down a crying throat. Only Andra can give us the strength to persevere when life seems without worth. And that is the answer to your question regarding why I love the goddess so dearly. Okay? Don't know if that'll be useful, but, The moons of Eora. Look up into the night sky and you'll see the moon Balafa. Ubiquitous and persistent, she remains forever in the view, but also forever out of reach. What many people do not know, however, is that our world is actually orbited by two moons, Balafa and Kalda Balafa. Hanging low and large in the sky, Balafa travels swiftly in her race around the world, completing an orbit in about 18 days. This proximity and speed can cause extreme tide conditions in some areas, making the seas shift so quickly and rise so high that there are some beautiful coastal areas that are virtually uninhabitable for a good portion of the year. Before we learned of the truth behind the cause of the tides, legend held that Andra, the goddess of the sea, was in love with the moon, and when she saw it in the sky, the tides, great waves, and violent storms that happened were her attempts to reach it. This is why the moon is formally called Sin Balafa, or Andrin Balafa, the beloved or Andra's beloved. Kaldha. 315 years ago, the Grand Empire Valia suffered from terrible storms and terrifying high and low tides. Records show the same thing was happening in the Adir Empire, and that several new Adiran colonies along the Direwood coast were completely destroyed by storms and high tides that engulfed the settlements. At that time, during an eclipse, Glenfathan astronomers spotted something small orbiting near the edge of Balafa. After much study, they realized it was a small satellite with an extremely irregular orbit. They called it Kaldha Deb, or the Black Runner. Since it is smaller than Balafa, it doesn't have much effect on the world, but when it aligns with Balafa's orbit, it wreaks havoc on the tides and weather everywhere. This happens with an erratic frequency and severity and have been dubbed lovers' tides. Kaldha has been rolled into the Andra myth, and when they are both in sight, her desire to reach them is increased tenfold, which is what causes the terrible weather. Cool. Enter the Hall of Silence. Complete the recitation. Wait. I won't be able to enter the reliquary without Andra's witness, an aspergillum kept in a device on the lower level of the abbey. I found a record of a recurring dream of the High Abbot. It showed him performing a strange sign before 4 panels, then reciting a rod-like relic, or retrieving a rod-like relic from a nearby device and using it to pass a doorway of water into a walled enclosure somewhere outside the abbey. If I want to continue impersonating the Tidebringer and gain access to the reliquary without opposition, the first step is to perform a ritual recitation before Calto. Outside the abbey, there is a mural that depicts phases of the tide as they wash over an ocean shore. The mural is a quadriptych, and each section is labeled. There is Anthu, the end, Saman, the flood, Desaman, the ebb, and Dianthu, the beginning. Calto advised me to examine the library as well as a mural outside and to speak with the gift bearers to gain insight. I spoke to the gift bearer, who imparted to me that all things forgotten belong to Andra, and that all things that belong to Andra are forgotten. if this has made it so I get attacked, I'm going to reload. I want to do the, I kind of want to do the recitation thing anyway. Yeah. So, hold on. Can I still do the recitation? Let me see.
Are you prepared now for the recitation?
I can. Okay. Good. Good. The library now. Okay. You may enter, Tidebringer. Oh, cool. What do we have in here?
Would you look at this? It's here. The salt well.
In the room is a pool. It's small but deep enough that you can see the bottom. The glassy surface almost looks frozen. So does Maneha. She stands rooted in place, staring at it.
You know, I thought it'd be bigger.
And I thought you'd be diving in by now. Yeah, I thought you'd be diving in. Maneha makes a little noise of frustration in the back of her throat.
You know how when you've been thinking about something so long, you're worried that when you finally get it, it won't be what you expected?
She tugs at one of her bracelets.
I mean, for all we know, that thing's just filled with leeches.
You're stalling.
Don't remind me.
You were never liable for the massacre you remember. Let go of your guilt. Your memory of the massacre has shaped you. Discarding it may change you more than you intend. Memory is a penance for our misdeeds. You have no right to forget the massacre. What if your memory of the massacre has prevented you from committing a similar crime? That's a good point. Your suffering helps no one. Forget the massacre so that you can have peace. The problem has never been your memory. It's the part of your soul that led you to massacre those people. Do it or don't, but make up your mind. What if your memory of the massacre has prevented you from committing similar crimes?
That was my soul, but it wasn't me. I was a different person, shaped by a different past. I don't think I could do anything so awful now.
Her hands are clenched in front of her, and her brow is furrowed in determination. Despite it all, she sounds like she's asking a question. And this memory has shaped you and taught you restraint. Without it, you might choose differently. You said before that you can feel the rage that drove your past self. How can you be sure you aren't capable of similar violence? This memory has shaped and taught you restraint. She lets out a long, slow breath.
I was afraid you'd say something like that.
She stares at the well for several seconds.
My parents always said that anything that seems too good to be true probably is. You spend so much time searching for a way to fix what's broken. You don't see that the fixing would only break something else.
She kicks a pebble into the pool. It falls in without so much as a ripple.
Only one thing left to do.
What's that? Maneha pulls a rolled cloth bundle out of her pack. You recall seeing it earlier. She snaps the leather cord that binds it and unfurls it to reveal a wine bottle.
Took this from the Marchezo cellar the night I was awakened. One of the finest vintages there. Been saving it to celebrate my new start. I think it's time to open it.
She jams a knife into the cork and twists it out with a squeaking pop. A lush, jammy aroma wafts from the bottle. She holds it under her nose and breathes deeply. She puts the bottle to her lips and tilts it back. After a long, slow drink, she smacks her lips.
A few years past its peak. Good thing we're enjoying it now.
She swirls the wine in the bottle before holding it out to you. Take a drink.
The best burdens are the ones you share.
Maneha passes you the bottle. An unpleasant sharpness has crept into the wine. But it's an enjoyable draught, all the same. Or draught, all the same. Together, you finish the bottle.
Time to make some good memories.
Maneha was granted satisfied mind. She wipes her mouth with the back of her hand. 4,800 experience. Fantastic. Awesome. I'm curious to see what would have happened if she had gone through with it, but I think logic won out in the end here. What did she get from that? Satisfied mind +2 to her resolve. Alright, not bad. Like a living prison, thick arms of coral have grown around an assortment of old weathered relics. You know, I know they're the enemy at the moment.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
But I really like this goddess. She's really cool.
If you say so. That'll do.
Saint Weigild's Cudgel. A club, one-handed. A strictly devoted follower of Wodika, Weiglet was haunted by dreams of criminals committing horrific acts of violence, only to escape punishment or receive one that was unduly light. She came to believe Boudica was speaking to her through these dreams, demanding these people receive justice. Wyglet found these criminals in hideouts and homes, and very often in jail, serving inadequate sentences. She would steal into these places, which were frequently under heavy guard, find her way to the criminal, and pronounce the judgment of Boudica. Her incredible knack for reaching these places were, in some instances, later declared as miracles when she was canonized. If the criminal was lucky, it would only mean disfigurement, but most were executed on the spot, with Wyglet's cudgel. Eventually, Wyglet's reputation spread too far, and many criminals that feared her began to set traps and issue bounties. When she was finally caught, she was clubbed to death with her own weapon. It is said that with her final words, she declared that she was a murderer, and that she deserved this fate. St. Wyglet's cudgel is a simple, spiked club, with a leather-wrapped handle. The wood itself is irreversibly stained reddish-brown from the blood of criminals. Okay, it, doesn't look that great, to be honest. But it's an interesting weapon, nonetheless, so we'll take it.
Hey.
Okay. So I guess that was just for, her? That's fine. Did we see any other gift bearers around? I didn't actually look too closely at their names. I don't see any in here. I'm guessing I took all these books, right? Of course I did. Do any of them happen to be in the quest log? Journal of the High Abbot. The Gift Bearer's Pilgrim. I don't know if we read this. A gift bearer of Andra is traveling along the road when she meets a man in tears holding a scrap of parchment. "Why do you weep?" asks the gift bearer. "I hold here a letter from my wife. I tried to be a good husband, but the letter says that I was not, and that she has gone to seek the company of a better man. Now this is all that remains of her." "Give the letter to me, then," says the gift bearer, "for once you have forgotten the letter, your wife can cause you no further pain." The man gives her the letter, and finds his tears have dried up. He thanks the gift bearer and leaves at peace. The gift bearer continues on, contemplating the man's story, but does not get far before he encounters an old woman in tears holding a string of beads. "Why do you weep?" asks the gift bearer. "I hold here a string of beads that counted the years of my daughter's life. Sickness took her while she was still a child, and she was denied the joys of a full life, and I the joys of a mother. This is all that remains of her." "Give the beads to me, then," says the gift bearer, "for once you have forgotten the beads, your daughter can truly rest." The old woman gives her the beads and finds her grief no longer gnaws at her soul. She thanks the gift bearer and leaves at peace. Thinking on the woman's pain, the gift bearer follows the road until she reaches the sea. In her hands she carries the letter and the beads. They are light in her hands, but heavy upon her heart, and she is crying. She prays to Andra to allow the objects to be forgotten, and casts them into the water. And yet, long after they have sunken beneath the waves, the gift bearer finds herself still weeping. "Merciful Andra," pleads the gift bearer, "in your service I have helped people forget their troubles, yet though I pass them on to you, I feel them still as though they were mine. How can this be?" The gift bearer listens to the wisdom of the crashing waves until she understands. To feel the troubles of others in your soul is a burden itself. However, she has no token to give to Andra to bear it away, for the troubles are not hers to forget. "I give myself to you then," says the gift bearer, "for once I am in your care, no memory may haunt me." And with that, the tide comes forth and embraces the gift bearer, and when it ebbs, she is gone. Was that that was a new thing? Cool. So the ones we need to read are in here. They just might not be. And this is, yeah, that's that one. Anything else? I don't know if these are going in order. We'll just open these just in case. I don't think they are, but you never know. Oops. Okay, I think that's it, unless there are more gift bearers around. Damn, I was hoping they'd show up on the map. They do not. Do we want to look around for any more gift bearers? Not really. Let's go talk to him. Let's try it. What's this? A massive crystal, its jagged edges iridescent with an unearthly glow, pierces through the dome. Mosaics and tiles have been carefully arranged around the strange rock. It's a really cool room. I like that room a lot. I like this temple, this abbey a lot. It's really, really neat. Interesting that it's up here in the mountains and not by the water. I find that interesting. To the water line added. A new quest. A Rabotai merchant ship was sunk by Adiran pirates off the eastern coast of Raidsaris. Before the ship collapsed into the waves, the pirates made off with a variety of precious treasures, many of which were experimental animancy implements or nautical devices intended for Defiance Bay in Esperanto. The concerned would-be recipients of the cargo are discreetly inquiring about potential help. Their hope is to recover the shipment before the pirates learn the value of what they have taken. Go get it, Durance. Alright, save it.
Are you prepared now for the recitation?
We can begin the recitation.
Very good. We shall commence the rising. First is Anthu. Last is Dianthu. For the tide comes at the end and leaves at the beginning. I am Disaman the Ebb. Who comes this way?
I am Saman the Flood.
Blessed be Saman, that washes over the shore and brings the end. Blessed be Disaman, that returns to the sea and leaves behind the beginning. A gift-bearer comes to Disaman and asks him to bear his burdens away. What token do you offer, gift-bearer?
A gift-bearer comes to Disaman and asks him to bear his burdens away. I give my labors and my faith, for they make me what I am. I give the sorrow of those who mourn. I give myself, for a gift-bearer has no other tokens to offer. This one.
The token is received in Andra's name. Tell me of your burdens.
I bear the weight of the memories of others. I carry the pain of being separated from my God. I shoulder the burdens of a long journey spent in solitude. I have none, for all that belongs to Andra is forgotten. I think it's this one? It's either this one or this one. Oh, this is tough. So the gift bearer said these lines, but this is also in the book. I bear the weight of the memories of others. Manera bites her lips and wrings her hands.
In Andra's embrace, our burdens are lifted.
That was the wrong one. Kauto looks at you and shakes his head.
I'm afraid you have misremembered some of the rite. This will not do.
You should be fine if I misremember one.
Has it been so long since you were a gift-bearer yourself, Tidebringer? You are encouraged. The recitation is archaic, but it is essential to the rising. If it cannot be completed, the rising will have to wait.
I was never big on doctrine, but there ought to be something around here to help us. It wouldn't be much of an abbey without stacks of old books.
When you are ready, we will begin with the recitation.
Okay, I know what
If you think you are ready.
What went wrong? I am Saman. I give myself. I have none, for all that belongs to Andra is forgotten. In Andra's embrace, our burdens are lifted. Kauto appears pleased. He nods. Manea sighs with relief.
The Tidebringer shows herself worthy of her charge. Your purpose here, Tidebringer, is to perform the ceremony of the rising. It is the transition of one phase of service to the next.
How much longer is this gonna be? My joints are rusting.
On the level beneath us in the halls of silence, our low-tide brothers and sisters have lived for many years, sealed by their own will. It is time for them to be relieved of service, and for the high-tide brothers and sisters here to take their place.
In the halls below, you will find a relic, Andra's witness, and an aspergillum for dispensing holy water, but also something more.
The device will flood the halls of silence. This is the rising.
Won't the people down there drown? What do I do when the rising is complete? Once I have Andra's witness, what do I do with it? Won't the people down there drown?
It is the will of Andra. Every monk assigned to the abbey understands and accepts this.
He smooths back his thick stalks of hair with one hand. A gray strand sticks to his palm. He frowns at it, then looks back up and continues.
The monks here have all served as gift-bearers. We bear away people's most painful memories, and always a part of them remains with us.
He's right about that much.
Manehao shrugs at you.
In the halls of silence, memory itself fragments until it is no more. The halls are a reprieve from a gift-bearer's burden.
He nods.
In the end, the halls take all memory, but the process takes a toll, as you might imagine. After many years, when the process is complete, the rising is performed, to give final peace to those who dwell there. This is your charge.
Dying immediately seems preferable to losing all memory in the halls of silence, only to drown later.
It goes beyond that. It is about duty as well. The Abbey is one of Andra's most guarded secrets. Death is no guarantee our knowledge will fade safely. It is necessary that the memories of this place be washed away. We do this in Andra's service.
The Amoa notices an age spot on his arm as he gestures. He licks a finger and rubs at it like a smudge. He's obviously very self-conscious about his age. What do I do when the rising is complete?
The high tide is to replace the low, and stand vigil in the halls of silence until the next rising. When you have completed the rising, bring Andra's witness to me here. I will show you the last of what you need to know.
Once I have Andra's witness, what do I do with it?
The device it operates is a simple valve mechanism. It will be clear to you when you see it.
Alright, I will return once the rising is complete.
To reach your destination, you will need to know the sign of the tide, which is kept only by the High Abbot. It's said that it is the first knowledge lost when the Abbot joins the low tide in the halls of silence. Watch carefully.
Kauto contorts the fingers of his right hand into a particular curl shape. Then, with his left hand, he traces an arc from center to end simultaneously with his index and little finger. Okay. I was thinking it was the thumb and the little finger. I would have gotten it wrong if I didn't come and do this part.
I trust you will perform your duty, Tidebringer.
I sure will. Alright, well, hopefully that'll make things easier getting... I don't know if we're going to be attacked down there. I guess we'll find out. Everything's explored up here, right? There's not, like, anything I'm missing? No. Okay, good. This is cool. This will be really cool if I can do this without combat at all. I will really enjoy it. But there's probably going to be combat. I mean, come on. It's a video game, right? Well, they're not attacking us. That's nice. You are forbidden. Kauto granted me leave to walk freely. So it begins. You may continue, Tidebringer. Be warned. The low tide have been in the halls of silence for a long time. Their minds are not sound. Your presence may provoke them. Okay, so there will be combat.
Find your center. You always knew this time would come.
I've seen the other side, brother. I'll find its waters again, warm and soothing.
Pool of the Anointed. Where are we going? I guess we should be stealthing just in case, huh? It's surely not going to be in here, right? Because this is... an acrid, pungent smell. Right, we've been in here already. This doesn't seem like it's going to be it. Okay. I guess we'll go down here. Discovered giant skeleton hip. The massive coppery bone encased under the ice seems to be part of the hip of a giant skeleton. Alright. Cool. It'd be nice if... Still holding out hope that I'll eventually just stumble across the damn thing I need for my sword. I don't think I'm ever getting rid of this thing.
Ain't that special?
Ooh. Thank you. All this will be underwater anyway, so I need to confiscate it all. There we go.
Make sure they receive extra. I'll not let them fall into the goddess's embrace with empty stomachs.
Their supplies are bountiful, sister. I have seen to it.
Well, at least that's nice of them, huh? Ooh. Wave-crested key. That's probably what I would use if I were fighting through this place. Wait. I'm guessing it is in here. So we could have gotten that book from the abbot and like come through the back passage here. That would be neat.
My eyes are peeled.
How do I do this? The noise, no more. The door is sealed shut. Shh. Okay, how do I unseal it? I won't be able to enter the reliquary without Andra's witness and find a record of recurring dreams. True, or like a nearby device using it to pass through a door, water. Yeah. Okay, how do I But how do I get over there? That's the question.
Quickly and quietly.
What am I missing here? Come some moss frozen under a layer of stone. Pension I should send. Didn't he say I had to do it like in front of the mural or something? Is that what I'm missing? Let's go try that. You can go out this way. I think that's what I remember him saying. Now I'm thinking about it. Let's go find out. Or maybe I read that in the journal. I don't know. Nothing down there is working. Inspect the mural. Inspect next panel, next panel, next panel. No? Okay. Huh. What do I do? So I know this hand sign. What am I missing? Is there like just a lever or something that it's not lighting up that I'm missing? We've had that kind of thing happen before. So that could be the case again. That was not lighting up before. Right? You guys need to calm down, okay?
Yeah.
It's gonna be alright.
Eh?
It's gonna be just fine. You're all just gonna drown. So, you know, it is what it is.
Hi?
Go ahead and buff us. You are getting heavily targeted. Which I do not appreciate. Let's not worry about buffing when you're dying, Klesia. Holy shit!
We worked.
What the hell was that? That's not cool.
Right here.
Go ahead and use this because we're going to be resting after this. And one more here. Oh, I didn't even notice Mineo went down. There we go. Okay, well. I thought they were just going to be really weak and easy to kill, but no, they're not. Alright, well. Got that all opened up. I guess we'll go around, see, make sure they're all dead. I'm guessing we'll just be going around. Are there going to be more back in here?
Monks
Time to
often
see
live in
and not be
solitude.
seen.
But here, instead of growth, I sense unraveling.
Unraveling, huh?
Who's there?
Nobody? Let's go ahead and rest. Okay. Now we can go talk to this guy. Hello? Tufts of downy gray hair sprout from the back of this man's scalp like shrubs. His lower lip curls inward over a row of teeth that appear to have mostly fallen out, and a musty odor hangs around him like a fog.
Is that you, Edith? I thought I'd lost you.
I see this man's mind, shattered, crumbling, even as we stand here.
I called for you. I wanted to search, but the blizzard lasted days. I'm so sorry.
He extends a hand in a gesture of apology, but then the fingers curl and he draws it back. He squints, as if trying to see you better.
But wait. We did find you. When the thaw finally came, I saw you, rigid, frozen. You cannot be Edith. No, we are in the Abbey. Gift bearers. And you must be the Tidebringer.
His eyes widen. Correct, I am the Tidebringer.
Then listen well, Tidebringer. Kauto does not know what he asks. Nor did I, when I performed the Tidebringer's duties so long ago.
Was he the previous High Abbot?
The halls of silence. They take our minds, memory by memory. It would be peaceful, we were told, like going to sleep. Look around you. We, the low tide, who have been sealed down here all these many years, do we seem at peace to you?
Who are you?
We are lost, terrified.
Who are you?
No one has asked me, and I don't know how long. Who was I? I was the High Abbot, wasn't it? High Abbot Ferentis. That was me. Or the one before me, if not. No longer, though. I am just another brother of the low tide. I remember a woman. Was she my wife? She had curls in her hair, and she spoke softly. What became of her? I carry so many memories that I took from strangers who wanted to be rid of them. I don't know what's mine anymore. And there are so many holes. Every image a blur or a void. Would that I could be free of this place. Free to make new memories. to know who I am.
What is it that the Tidebringer is meant to do?
The Tidebringer comes to replace the High Abbot. The ritual is called... It is called... The Rising. Yes. We carry so many memories. Tragic or dangerous some. We live above for a time, devoted to Ondra. Then we come here to forget it all. Wash our souls clean of the memories. When it is done, a Tidebringer is summoned. Those above, the high tide, they become the low tide. It means they are brought here to the halls of silence, but not before the old low tide are removed, drowned in a flood, and swept away. The Rising.
You did not choose to be here?
Did we? We did. We chose it when we thought it was our duty, and that it would be peaceful. But the more we forget, the less we understand. Every day something familiar becomes strange. If I had known, I'd never have accepted my assignment to the Abbey. Nor would many, I suspect.
He made his choice when he was of sound mind. He's not himself anymore. Better to finish the ritual and release him back to the wheel.
Your order attacked me.
Few of us know friend from foe anymore. I may be the only one left who can still speak for us. They are peaceful in their hearts. It is this place. It has confused and agitated them. Please forgive them.
Oh, that's good. I ought to try that one next time I get nabbed.
What is it you want from me?
There is a relic, an aspergillum, it was called. What was it?
Aspergillum. He thinks for a while with a pained expression, his lips mouthing words.
Well, it doesn't matter. It controls the floodwaters, but also the outer floodgates. Ondra's Witness. That is the name. It is down here, but I don't recall how to reach it. The High Abbot knows. If you can find out from him, you could set us free. Open the gates. We would leave in peace and finish our lives in dignity.
Are you certain it's wise to release low tide in this condition?
We are all so old now. There is little damage we could do in this state.
Excuse me? Did you not? I guess you didn't see, but you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. We had this old fella in Gilded Vale. Looked harmless, couldn't talk, but he'd bite you if you tried to steal his steak when no one was looking.
Once we are free of this place, we will be able to make memories again. The confusion and paranoia will pass.
It's an assumption. Farewell. Ferentis nods absently.
Use the door behind me. Safer that way.
Okay. I don't think we're going to help him. Cracked ornate key.
I shall be discreet.
Okay.
I'll see what's ahead.
Do we go this way? An acrid, pungent smell climbs up from the depths of the pit. You think that's where all the dead bodies end up going? Like when the tide recedes, they just carry all the bodies down there. I think that's a good possibility, huh? Beyond the door, you catch glimpses of shapes in darkness. Wails and whispers, faint and erratic, echo from within the sealed halls. The door appears to be barred from the inside. It does not budge. Oh, hi. What? Where did they come from? Okay. Do that. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not letting these guys out. Letting these guys loose on the world, that'd be crazy. They are very strong. Guys. If you can't fight him, go and fight somebody else, you dumb people. Hit him with the chain lightning now. Alright, Aleph is probably gonna go down. Oh, nope, he got help. Nope, never mind. Come on, everybody after him.
Zawa's enjoying
Hey.
himself.
Okay, back off so everybody can get in there. Come on, guys. Use your teamwork. Look at this guy. He's just demolishing people. Oh my god.
Hey.
This is insane.
Of course.
Alright, well. Got a little shortcut here, I guess. This isn't good, is it? Who would have thought that all these crazy dead people would be... Not dead people. Well, soon to be dead people. Behind the bars you catch glimpses of shit. Okay, that's the same. Door sealed shut. That, and it looks like this is where we need to go. A turbulent murmur echoes faintly from the depths of this chasm. Different scenes of an ocean shoreline are carved into 4 stone panels arranged almost haphazardly at different heights along the network rails. Inspect the panels. The panels are affixed to a set of rails that curve and crisscross in patterns that remind you of seaweed. There are 4 depressions in the wall behind the rails in which the panels look like they would fit. The panels show variously a barren shore, a city in flames, a flourishing city, and a tidal wave. Arrange the panels. It appears that any panel can be slid into any depression by following the network of rails. Move which panel into the first empty depression, a city in flames. You grab the panel and slide it on the rail into the first available opening. Once the panel matches the recess on the wall, you gently press on it. It slides without resistance and locks into place. Move which panel into the first empty depression. Okay, so now it's a tidal wave. You grab the panel and slide it on the rails into the first available opening. Once the panel matches the recess on the wall, yep. The next one is a barren shoreline. And last is the flourishing city. Slides gently into the recess on the wall. The remaining panels retract and lock into place. Behind the heavy stones, there is a metallic groan and then a steady whir. A small tile about waist high slides back. Beneath there is a carving. It shows an image of an ocean wave curled around a crescent moon. Perform the sign of the tide on the hidden carving. You curl your hand, as Kauto had done, and position it over the carving of the wave. Then, using your other hand, you trace the arc of the crescent with your index and little fingers. A heavy rumble stirs the ground, and from all around you comes the sound of rushing water. Ooh, I can walk across that? That's gonna be cool. Jesus. Look at that. Ah, neat. Alright, we can open this so we have a way out too, so we can rush out. Should be nobody back here, right? I'd hope. Chamber of Tears. Embedded in the deep semicircle slab is what looks to be a vessel for the sprinkling of holy water. In this context, however, it looks more like a lever. There are images engraved on the wall behind it, one of a rising wave, one of an open gate. Point the object toward the rising wave. A faint trickle of water is audible at the edge of your hearing. It grows steadily into a roaring torrent. Oh, we should probably get moving, guys. Wait, I need to get out. Wait. Hey, the forum's done. Human voices echo through the stone halls, pleading, gurgling, screaming. And then, silence. With a click, the machine releases its hold on the strange rod. You pack the vessel away.
May Ondra's tides wash them to peaceful shores.
Yeah. I think, don't want to go against the goddess's rituals. They signed up for this. I feel pretty cruel saying that, but, this is what it is. Oh, God. Oh, God, as I loot the bodies. Well, I guess I go through here. They should all be dead, right? Go get the loot. What? Where's his body? No, his loot.
Oh, look at here.
Ooh, plus we found this. Cool. I didn't get that loot. Here we go. Has it been looted already? No. I was hoping to find him. Oh well. Alright. So now we've got that done. And I think that's where we're going to end this episode, guys. And the next episode, we'll finish up here in the Abbey. We'll go to the Reliquary, see what's going on there. And then hopefully that'll be the end of the Eyeless. We've done it relatively peacefully, except for the mass murder we just committed. But hey, they were asking for it. No big deal. Until the next episode, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys later.